Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the fan code DCC X10 Division 2, live from the Vision Cricket Centre in Sharjah. It's our final fixture of the day, match number 9. It's Z Games Strikers taking on Team Rasasi. Well, we have no time to waste. Let's head to the pitch side with Mudassir Ali for the all-important toss. Good evening and welcome to Vision Cricket Ground match number 9 DCC X10 Division 2. What a pleasant weather we are having here, and both the captains, captain of Z Game Striker Shahrukh Amin and Rashid from Rasasi, and the match referee, fit looking match referee Shujubai. So the home team is Z Games and they will flip the coin.
Tails is the call and it is heads.
Tails is the call and it came down as head. Lucky once again, Shahrukh. What have you decided and why?
I was a bit unsure, but we're going to bowl first today.
And talking about the composition of the team, the lads are doing brilliantly good. But we'll talk about those two left-arm spinners who has won the game for you.
Yeah, obviously Glenn and Ismail are my anchors in the middle overs. Ismail obviously is my power play bowler, as I like to call him. He's quicker than most of my pacers actually. And then Glenn, who actually flights it up and is my middle over wicket taker. So they anchor the innings, and depending on how they bowl is how we go in the innings.
And talking about your form, it was brilliant throughout the tournament. And talking about the last match, you went unbeaten, so the confidence is high.
Yeah, I mean the overall team confidence is high, and personally my confidence is also high. Like I've been on a good form, on a good run, so looking to continue that. Already not out today, so hopefully another not out innings coming.
And what is the target? Do you have any target in the mind?
Hopefully we restrict them to like 80-90 like we did in the last game to Cool Boys. They have a good batting lineup, so we'll be looking to restrict them in the power play. But we'll go according to our plans and hopefully it comes off.
All the best. Have a nice game, Shahrukh. It's good to have my friend Rashid. Old days coming back from the coaching and playing.
Yeah, it's a good tournament and just enjoying ourselves and getting back in the groove. Cricket is something, it's in our bloods, so it's something that we enjoy, and we got an opportunity and wanted to make the most of it and just playing normally.
And tell us about the form of the guys, especially Syed Maqsood and Adnan. Both are in a devastating form.
Absolutely, these two guys, they're absolutely, this format is just the best for them, and they've been doing really well. I think they've been playing really well. If you see the last game, they started off with a 1-run over, and then we finished off at about 150 something. So it shows that they can cover up anywhere, and they're just amazing.
And they have elected to bowl. So any target in mind which you want to set for them?
Actually, we prefer to bat first, and like always, we think about 110, 120 is what our team is capable of, and that's what we're gonna aim to do.
All the best to Rashid, and have a nice game. So the news from the center is that Z Game Strikers has won the toss and they have elected to bowl first. Mudassir Ali. So news from the center is that Z Game Strikers have won the toss and elected to bowl first. Let's run through the two team lineups for you. First, it's Rasasi, Mohammad Rashid, Fizan Sheikh, Ittisam Siddiq, Usman Munir, Adnan Khan, Abdul Hafiz, Abdul Malik, Syed Maqsood, Rahman Gul, Faisal Amin and Fahad Tariq. And for the strikers, it's Shahrukh Mohammad Amin, the captain, Salik Anis Ahmed, Mohammad Jawadullah, left arm pacer, very exciting, Ali Iqbal, another left arm spinner, Glenn Fernandez, a left arm spinner, Faisal Altaf, Nadir Hussain, very experienced all-rounder, Furqan Khalid, the wicket-keeper opener batter, Akshay Rathore, Mohammad Ismail, another left arm spinner, they have plenty of those in the side, and top order batter Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Right then, the two teams are out in the middle. It's going to be Syed Maqsood, aka Suli, opening the innings for Rasasi, and opening the innings alongside me in the com box is going to be former UAE international Mr. Kais Farooq. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. It's a very important game for both sides. One of them is going to go top of the table after we finish this game this evening, and what a powerful batting lineup Rasasi has. I feel these are two evenly matched sides I absolutely love that boy on the screen, the left arm fast bowler. He looks to be a good unit.
Mohammad Jawadullah, absolutely. He's got plenty of pace and fire about him. Adnan Khan opening alongside Syed Maqsood, both power play specialists. They're not going to waste any time running between the wickets, Kes.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to lose a few more balls here tonight. I believe we lost 6 in Rasasi's previous game. And I'm sure we're going to lose a few more balls.
Tell you what, Kes, we have that ticker for the 4s and 6s. We need one for lost cricket balls as well. That would be fun to have. Right then, Mohammad Jawadullah steaming in. Forced off the front foot. They misfield at point. Well, Mohammad Ismail, that's very poor indeed. That's not the tone you want to set in an important game.
Poor start from a fielding perspective. That was a very well bowled delivery, a good length delivery from Jawadullah, but his fielders have let him down, and Syed Maqsood is off the mark of the first delivery he faces.
Well, the interesting thing is both of these openers are also wicket keepers, Syed Maqsood and Adnan. Adnan, he's a big lad, but his keeping is very, very, very good. Has great hands, has a natural instinct for wicket keeping, and loves to thrash the bowlers to all parts. Let's see if he gets going tonight. Nicely bowled, right on the money. Nice clip to mid-wicket. And keeping Adnan honest, shying at his end.
Yeah, this is going to be the key for the Z game strikers, bowlers, because if they can bowl good lengths, I know there's no such thing as a good length in the dictionary of both these batsmen, but if they can keep them from scoring those boundaries, they're going to be able to restrict those singles and doubles, because we know both batsmen don't like to run.
Well, some alarm bells going off here. Akshay Rathore, you can see it slip. He might have tweaked an ankle there, rolled over perhaps. He looks to be in some discomfort, need that magic spray out there. And yeah, he just stepped on one of those flaps in the outfield. Poor lad. Hopefully he'll be okay for the next game or even this game. But he seems to be in some pain.
Yeah, they're going to need him tonight. He's a very, very, very exciting young batsman again.
Right then. He's going back to his fielding spot very gingerly. So hopefully he's good to continue. Mohammad Jawadullah. Right on the money so far. Pulled away, smashed away. That has gone in the blink of an eye. Adnan Khan off the mark with a powerful hit through mid-wicket.
Well, that's the power of the man. He's got such good hand-eye coordination. He picks up the length of deliveries so easily. And he's hit that in front of square, which can tell you how well he's seeing the ball. And Jawad is no muck with the ball, mind you. He bowls at a very, very reasonable pace.
But Adnan, he's a very good player of pace, especially in the power play. He likes those gaps in the outfield, likes to go aerial. So he'll enjoy this contest for sure. Oh, beats him outside off. A big hoik towards the leg side, and he's practicing that lofted shot over extra. So that's the right idea.
Yeah, it was well bowled. A good follow-up delivery after being hit for the boundary.
Well, he's a slight lad, young Mohammad Jawadullah. But he's got that raw heat. Something exciting to work with, Kes.
He's got a very good bouncer as well. We've seen that in the previous games. I wonder if he's going to want to utilize that against Adnan and Maqsood. But he's got one of the better bouncers that we've seen in Division 1 as well as Division 2.
Very exciting prospect indeed. It's the first time I'm seeing him tonight up close. And there's that short ball. It's been spliced over the mid-wicket. Glenn Fernandez giving chase. They've only picked up one. Well, running between the 22 yards will be an issue with Maqsood and Adnan. They make up for it with belligerent hitting.
Yeah, that one got big on him a little bit. He was late on the shot. Lucky it landed in no man's land, but then with the likes of Adnan and Maqsood, because they're so brave in their shot making, you know, they more often than not pull it off, and luck always favors the brave.
Oh, absolutely. Pretty good over from Jawad so far. Right on the money. And once again, look how he's rushed a very experienced player, former Oman captain Syed Maqsood. And a steady over to open up for the strikers, 7 for none. Mohammad Ismail coming in the power play. So he'll be under the cosh, trying to force it through the offside. That's the way Saeed Maqsood likes to play his offside shots. Not a lot of feet movement. He just looks to punish the ball with those powerful forearms.
And Ismail bowls quicker, so that might play right in the hands of people like Adnan and Saeed Maqsood, who like the ball coming onto the bat.
Yeah, it's a different proposition to cool boys. These are cool men, Adnan Khan and Saeed Maqsood. I've seen them hit towering sixes. Full toss belted. Well, he's bowling according to his field. That's a good sign.
Well, they're going to be happy, Z Games, with the start they've got. It's not the absolute destruction that we saw when Rasasi played their first game against G-Force, I believe. So Ismail has started off well. 2 of 2 conceded.
Flicked towards mid-wicket. Once again, he's got protection out there. So he has that long off and deep mid-wicket. Nadir Hussain, just the man you want in that hot spot.
He's going to have a very important part to play in the game as well, both with his bowling as well as his batting. He's been in good form.
Watchful start. Oh, that's gone through him. And Maqsood, Max was looking for a single there. Adnan Khan slightly ball watching. And he's like, yeah, send it out of the park. Who cares about running quick ones?
That missed everybody, including the wicketkeeper.
This time he smoked it, but straight to extra. Not finding the gaps as he would like. He's hit that second ball boundary. After that, 6 of 6. So just struggling to find the gaps in the outfield here, Adnan Khan. And it's gone up. Chance for the long off to take it. And yes, he does. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa gets a huge wicket. Adnan Khan holds out, and Mohammad Ismail, that's a brilliant over.
Well, that's a big wicket for Z Game strikers. Adnan is one of the key batsmen for Rasasi, and they've struggled in the first couple of overs against the Z Game strikers bowling lineup. He's tried to force the pace. He's got no connection, no timing on it. And a very easy catch taken by Lovepreet at long off. Rasasi's lost their first wicket. Adnan Khan back to the hut for 6 of 8 deliveries. Rasasi are 10 for 1.
New batter coming in is Faizan Sheikh. Mohammad Jawadullah will continue his spell, waiting to see whether the optional batting power play has been taken. So it's going to be Maqsood on strike. Oh, he's pinged him. That's a fearsome bouncer from Mohammad Jawadullah. Well. Saeed Maqsood, he's been rocked.
Well, this is precisely why I like this boy so much. He is at you all the time, and I feel this is a very good move by Shah Rukh. Oh, that got him straight on the cheek. It was a nasty delivery.
Well, good to see him inquiring about the health of the batter. Big smile on Maqsood's face, so he seems to be all right. But that looks like an uncomfortable smile. That was quick. That was fiery. Mohammad Jawadullah, remember the name, UAE fans. I think he has a very exciting future. He bowls genuine pace, and look at this one. Right on target. Oof, that was nasty. That was very nasty. Well, can he bowl that Yorker? Can he bowl it foolish here? Yes, he can. Struck the pad. Oh, that was inches away. Syed Maqsood was a couple of days late on that one, Qais Farooq. I can see you're salivating here in the com box.
Well, I like a good contest between bat and ball, and I really like fast bowlers who express themselves and make a game of it in a game that's not meant for them. T10 is not a bowler's game. We know that very well. But the likes of Jawad, I really like the makeup of this boy. He's so aggressive and he's right in your face. He was just a touch unlucky to not pitch it in line with the stumps.
That one, well, he missed that. Even if he had a couple of bats there. This is a fascinating contest. He's bowled 3 dots on the trot to a man who has played international cricket for Oman. He was the captain, Syed Maqsood, and he just can't catch up to him.
I tell you what, I think he's gotten on top of Maqsood, and he's right now he's basically playing, he's toying with Maqsood, because he's dazed him with that short pitch delivery, and Maqsood is just trying to flash his bat at everything. He normally does anyways, but this is not the makeup of a composed batsman right now.
Oh, he's hooked him away this time. Just over that short boundary at deep fine. On a slightly bigger outfield, he would have holed out there. Don't worry about it, Jawadullah. You've got him in your sights.
Well, he shouldn't mind that, because he didn't connect it that well, and it's a smaller ground, like you said. It's barely gone over the ropes. So I feel he's winning the contest here. He's gone for a 6, but it shouldn't matter to him.
Well, if it was a heavyweight bout, he'd be leading on points. None for 13. Still 2 deliveries to go. Well, I'm going to have a chat with this lad after the game. I want to know more about him. Super exciting. And once again, a big swish outside off. They just can't latch on to him. He's a wee slip of a lad, but give him the ball in hand, he becomes very, very scary.
Maqsood is not happy. They're talking to each other. Some good banter going on in the middle right there.
And imagine Qais Farooq when he develops that in-swinger to the right-hander. He'll be absolutely ferocious.
He's got raw pace right now, so I'm sure as he progresses with time, he will develop other aspects of his game. Perhaps he's built a little bit more, and he develops that extra yard and pace.
Incredible find. Oh, it's gone up. This should be a catch. Oh, Jawadullah. That was the spell of the tournament. That was the over of the tournament. And he will be the rising star of the tournament. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, what a fantastic young fast bowler. He's been in Maqsood and Adnan's face all throughout the 12 balls that he's bowled. He's bowling hostile short balls. He's managed to grab Syed Maqsood off that short pitch delivery. Again, Maqsood, it got big on him. Maqsood was too late on the shot. Got a top edge, and he's walking back to the dugout for 10 of 10. Rasasi 16 for 2 of 3 and in a little bit of bother.
Well, Rasasi are firmly on the back foot here. Their big guns have fallen silent. Adnan Khan and Syed Maqsood both dismissed cheaply. Glenn Fernandez, 16 for 2 after 3 overs. Left arm spin. A slight change of pace. And Faizan Sheikh, he's been watching Mohammad Jawadullah from the other end. He must be very relieved he can only bowl 2 overs in T10.
I tell you what, I'd really like to see one more over from Jawad.
Oh, absolutely. Trade him. We should have that option. Abdul Hafiz Afridi coming in at 4. Beautiful punch off the back foot. It beats the cover. There is a sweeper out there. And it's the man of the moment, Mohammad Jawadullah.
Well, they've managed to get or push Rasasi on the back foot with those first 3 overs. It's not a situation you're used to seeing Rasasi in, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how Rasasi comes back from this now.
Well, like you mentioned, it's the battle of the table toppers. Strikers 3 wins out of 4. Rasasi also in good touch as a side. A lot of talent in this side. Regular top level players like Abdul Hafiz Afridi. Oh, look at that launch. Got down on one knee and powers it over long off for a maximum.
That was right in his slot, wasn't it? It gave him the opportunity to free his arms of those, and Hafiz Afridi packs a punch when he hits the cricket ball.
That's a sumptuous 6. Been waiting for his bat to get going. He's been slightly out of touch, but tonight may be his night. And Glenn Fernandez, you need to be switched on here, young man. You might be in the firing line. Oh, trying to cut that away. A bit too straight there, Cass.
Yeah, I like that from Glenn. But rather than bowling those half volley deliveries, I'd like him to slow his pace down and perhaps pull his length back just a little bit.
Absolutely. You need to bowl slightly shorter. This time he goes again. He hasn't connected. And long off, Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. So he lost the battle, but he won the war. Glenn Fernandez gets another huge wicket. Abdul Hafiz Afridi holds out.
Well, the young boys of Z Games have dented Rasasi's top order. Hafiz did not time that at all, and Lovepreet has taken another brilliant catch. Simple. As Hafiz walks back to the dugout, 6 of 3, and Rasasi are now in a deeper hole at 23 for 3.
Faisal Amin, the new batter in. Well, slightly looping run up there from Glenn. Oh, run out! Well, what is happening here? That is incredible athleticism from GWF.
Well, again, this is one of the boys I really like, Glenn Fernandez. He's part of the local under-19 development program. Used to represent Sharjah, and look at how quickly he's got to that ball. And with no time to aim, he's just hit that middle stump. Faisal Amin nowhere in the frame. He's gone. First ball.
Absolutely incredible scenes here at the Vision Cricket Centre. The Z Game strikers are running riot. And Faisal Amin gone for a golden duck. 23 for 4. Well, this is a good crisis man to have. Rahman Gul, new to the crease. 4 wickets going down in 4 overs. Disastrous start for the team in black and white. But Faizan Sheikh, another clean striker of the ball. They still have a bit of batting to come here, Kais Farooq.
Well, a batting that has not been tested. yet, because they never got an opportunity in the first game when they played against GeForce Lions. So this is going to be a test for them. I know they play around, domestic events, but this is a different ball game altogether.
Oh, Yorker length. No, Furkan Khalil was excited, but that was bat on ground. Animated appeal. Furkan Khalil, that's very bad acting. You can do a lot better than that. He's not winning any Oscars anytime soon. Well away from the bat. Yeah, that was miles away, in fact.
He's trying to pull a fast one over the umpire. A good decision by GV Alex.
He's not even looking at him. Oh, it's happening here. It's all happening here at the fan code DCC X10. Let me tell you. On the pads, Rahman Gul missed out there. Fine leg was up. Just needed to flick it over him. Plenty of banter between these two very, very experienced players.
And cricket is such a funny game. Coming from what Rasasi did in game 1, their batsmen are failing to hit the cricket ball right now. You're seeing dot balls, you're seeing balls hitting pads. It's a very, very funny game.
And credit to Shahrukh Amin, he's managed his bowling resources beautifully. Using Jawadullah up front in his 2 overs, that really rocked them, especially Syed Maqsood. Taken on the full. Hit straight, but there is a very straight long one. Lovepreet Singh Bajwa, and most importantly, they've held their catches.
Correct. That's the name of the game. From what we saw again in the earlier game between Expendables and GeForce Lions, Expendables fielding let them down a lot, and that's primarily the reason for their defeat. But again, Z Game Strikers, it's a young side. There are a lot of boys who have just recently or, in the last year or two progressed through the under-19 ranks. So you'd expect them to be a good fielding unit as Faisal Altaf bowls that slower delivery that completely bamboozled Rahman Gul.
Vicious off-cutter there. Rahman Gul looking at the pitch suspiciously. Not a lot of feet movement there. He's still new at the crease. And no matter which level you play, if you're not off zero, you'll still have those butterflies in your stomach, yes.
Yeah, it's a difficult time for the batsman right now. Look at that. That turned so sharply. That turned a mile.
Goodness me. This time just spliced that pull. Well, he'll be relieved to be off the dreaded digit. And he's not going to get much more than that. We're almost halfway through the game. Their current run rate is hovering around 5. That's incredible. Who would have thought this game would have turned out this way?
Again, completely unimaginable situation knowing the powerhouse that is Rasasi. But full credit again to Z Game Strikers for performing the way that they have in the first half of this inning.
Pulled not convincingly by Faizan Sheikh. Only going to be one excellent over from young Faisal Altaf as well. Bowling to a plan. Well, 27 for 4 at the halfway stage. We'll hand it over to Shoaib Ahmed and Mudassar Ali for the second half of this innings.
Thanks a lot, Ahmed and Khaiz Bhai, and it all started well for Shahrukh Amin and his team. Width of played over the point, slashed by Faizan Sheikh. Ball racing towards the fence. All important, much needed boundary from the blade of Faizan Sheikh. Shahrukh Amin, after winning the toss, inviting Rasasi to bat first. Big trouble. They have lost their top order. Both the hard-hitting batters, Syed Maqsood and Adnan Khan, went cheaply. Hafiz Afridi just made 6 and Faisal Amin was run out. Time played on the back foot toward the extra cover. Brilliant piece of fielding. Dot ball. Faizan Sheikh and Rahman Gul trying to build partnership, coming down the track, heave towards the long on, one bounce. Faisal Altaf was the fielder, and in the meantime I have got with me in the comm box my dear friend Shoaib Ahmed. Welcome, Shoaib.
Thank you, Mudassir. Good evening, everyone. 5 overs, 32 for 4, Rasasi. Who would have thought that first innings with a strong batting lineup against Z Games? That's a beautiful hit. That is a very, very good shot, and I'll tell you why, because the placement was absolutely perfect. Wide of that long off fielder with intent, played inside out, and he deserves those 4 runs.
This time width offered and nicely played by Rahman Gul. They need to accelerate here. They got 9 runs in 4 deliveries so far in this over. Faizan and Rahman Gul out there in the middle. This time played on the back foot straight towards the point fielder.
A dot ball. 9 runs already in the over. Rasasi are behind in terms of how many they would like to get in the 10 overs. And they've lost 4 wickets. So now they'll have to make sure they build a partnership here between these 2 batters. Swing and a miss. And that'll be the end of the over. Good over from Glenn. 6 overs. Rasasi are 36 for 4. Nadir Hussain, the experienced in swinging delivery, first ball up in the air, will just land short of Faisal Altaf at long off. He's smiling, Nadir Hussain, and so is my co-commentator Mudassir Ali.
He looks same when I have seen him way back in 2010, almost 12 years. And I feel sad that he has never represented UAE national squad. He has been with the Indo national team. He travelled to Australia for that World Cup. Once again, a slower delivery, completely foxed. Dot ball by Nadir Hussain. The back of the hand, slower deliveries. I think in UAE domestic circuit, he bowls this delivery with more effectiveness.
Yeah, him and one more. Swing and a inside edge. Well, I have to mention the bowler here. He's not playing, he's not in the circuit, but he's got a very good slower delivery. Deep Kundwani. I think one of the best slower delivery bowlers in the UAE.
Definitely back of the hand if you talk about those slow ones. Rightly said, Nadir Hussain and Deep Kundwani are at the best. Once again a slower delivery, but outside the off stump, wide called by the umpire. They have been brilliant after the previous last week they have lost against the Expandables. What a comeback by Z Game strikers.
I think that was a wide and just the right call from the umpire GB Alex. So another good decision from the umpires. And you're right about Z Games. They've come back strongly, and meanwhile another wicket falls. Z Games, Nadir Hussain gets a wicket. The experience, the slower delivery, the in-swinging delivery, everything working absolutely perfectly for Nadir, and he has got an important breakthrough in this game.
Not easy to come down against Nadir Hussain. Well read this time by Nadir. Faizan Sheikh off the block. That incoming delivery knocked the leg stump of Faizan Sheikh. Walks back after making 9 of 9 deliveries with the help of one boundary. 39 for 5.
Nadir Hussain, again that in-swinging delivery towards short leg. Glenn trying to cut that off, but a single is what Rasasi will get. They reach to 40, struggling at the moment, Mudassir.
Definitely half of the side back in the hut for Rasasi. They were always dependent on those two opener batters, Adnan Khan and Maqsood. Playing with the batter. This time Rahman Gul misses and misses the keeper. So with that single, score moves to 41 for the loss of 5 wickets after 7 overs.
So that's the batting card for Rasasi. 10, 6, 9, 6. Nobody getting a move on. Maqsood and Adnan, the two danger batters, were out early. And since then, it has been a struggle for Rasasi to get to a decent score. 3 more overs to go, so they still have some time left on their hands. Can they get to 80 is the question. Nicely played on the back foot towards the cover sweeper. Will only be a single, and singles won't hurt Z Games.
A bunch of young lads, well led by Shahrukh Amin. The experience of wicketkeeper batter Furqan Khalil and Nadir Hussain helping these young lads to Shahrukh Amin. The experience of wicketkeeper batter Furqan Khalil and Nadir Hussain helping these young lads to way outside the off stump, lofted over deep extra cover. Fielder was just like a mere spectator. One bounce, I think, going beyond the fence. And I love Pani Puri's Golgappas, Shoaib.
Well, that was a good shot, and that deserves a Pani Puri. We're talking about food because we are hungry. This one has been played over. That's a good shot. Short and wide. Not the best of deliveries from Faisal Altaf. And falls very close to the boundary ropes. A good first over from Faisal. Can he repeat that performance? 6 already in the first 3 deliveries. Off the pads, straight to the fine leg fielder. They'll take a single and that'll all it'll be. .48 for 5. Now they need a move on Rasasi. Who's going to give them those runs? Short ball and a slower short ball. That is good ball from Faisal Altaf. He was expensive in the first game, but this game he's come back strong. That slower bouncer rolling his fingers over the ball. And this is exactly what you need. This is the skill that you need when you're playing the shortest format. That variation is what we need. And Faisal Altaf is doing just that. Great bowling. Can he finish off well? One more ball to go in this over. Goes for the Yorker. Very well bowled and equally well fielded at the fine leg. Ali the fielder. That's a good throw. They're looking for 2. And you can see appreciation from the wicketkeeper Furqan. 8 overs have been bowled. It is going to be 49 for 5 Rasasi. So 5 bowlers used so far. Mohammad Jawadullah, 2 overs, 13 runs and a wicket. A wicket for Ismail as well. He was economical, only 3 runs. Glenn also got a wicket and so did Nadir Hussain, apologies. 8 overs, 2 more overs to go, 49 for 5. This has been a very good bowling performance. A spirited team effort from the bowlers of Z Games. As in comes the signal from GB Alex. It's going to be a power play, the floating power play, where you can have only 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Change of bat for Usman Munir. Mohammad Ismail to bowl the 9th over. Quicker, no turn, appeal from Furqan. The umpire says not out.
Nicely bowled. Beaten twice in this over. Imran Munir. Before this match, Rasasi were top of the table. This time he connects straight towards long on. Lovepreet Bajwa comes into play, just a single. It has been a brilliant performance by the bowlers.
.50 for 5. 5 wickets down. Rasasi have struggled throughout the first innings, and that is why you need to have somebody in the middle order as well, Mudassir. You can't rely heavily on the top order. Good fielding effort. This is what happens when you play as a team. Saved a certain boundary again. That is exceptional fielding.
Brilliant work done by the point fielder. This time he connects. Lovepreet Bajwa once again comes into play. What a spell this lad Ismail is bowling tonight. Gave away just 6 runs, 1 wicket to his name. He's into final over.
A single to end the over. 9 overs. Rasasi are 53 for 5. 1 more over to go in the innings. So Nadir Hussain to bowl the last over of the game. 1 wicket and 4 runs. Slower delivery, big swing from Rahman Gul. That's been played towards mid-wicket. 2 runs, easy, good throw. This is a direct hit. What a fielding this is from Nadir. That is why we know he is such a good player, such an important part of this side. He not only bowls well, but he's got some great fielding skills as well. That wicket, that throw, everything right, absolutely brilliant.
Chota packet, bada dhamaka, Shoaib. Brilliant piece of bowling. Then look at that sprint from Nadir Hussain. All the way going towards short mid-wicket and shy at the stumps. Direct hit, not at all in the frame. Rahman Gul. You cannot keep Nadir Hussain out of the game. Walks back Gul.
Straight through, down the ground. That's a beautiful shot, but there is protection there. Abdul Malik is the new man who's gotten off the strike with that single. Whatever Rasasi gets from here on, Mudassir is not going to be enough for the bowlers to defend unless Z Games do not bat and do not follow the basics, because otherwise it looks like Z Games will cruise through that target of 60-65. That's gone high up in the air. I think it's going to be Nadir who will come underneath that ball and he will take it comfortably. We said that he is a great fielder, and another display, another reason why you should respect this man. Caught and bowled. It was a skyer, never easy, and he makes it look so easy.
Smart bowling. Once again, a slower delivery. Miles up in the air. Well judged catch taken on of his own bowling. Nadir Hussain gets wicket number 2 to his name. Walks back Usman Munir. 55 for 7. Still the dugout is very happy, Rasasi. Though they have lost 7 wickets, 9.3 overs gone.
Ehtisham Siddiq, the new man in. 3 more deliveries to go. Slower delivery from Nadir. Very difficult to read it. Off his hand. A dot ball. And only 2 runs conceded so far in this over.
It's not about bowling those slow ones, but it's all about the control and the line and length which he bowls. Nadir Hussain looking for the third wicket. Once again a slower delivery. This time a Byron conceded. All smiles, Abdul Malik and Furqan Khalil. Great character, Nadir Hussain. He has been a regular with the senior sides and now representing Z Games strikers.
Yeah, he was upset with the fielder not backing up onto the throw. That could have been a run out, also could have been an additional run. Abdul Malik gets hold of this one. He's played that high in the air and will clear the ropes. So on that last ball, Nadir has conceded a 6. And Abdul Malik, he'll be happy with that connection because 6 important runs will be added to the total. On the last ball of the 10th over, 62 is the final score for Rasasi, which I still feel is below par on this wicket. That was a clean hit, clearing his front foot. The ball was in the range for Abdul Malik. And that cleared the ropes easily. So Rasasi in that first innings have managed to score 62. Rahman Gul top scoring 14 of 16, 10 from Maqsood and a 6 on the last ball from Abdul Malik. 5 extras, they managed to get 62. Looking at the bowling of Z Game strikers, everybody has done their job. They knew their role and they performed it to their absolute best. Mohammad Jawadullah 2 overs 13 and a wicket. A wicket for Ismail and Glenn. But the pick of the bowlers for me was Nadir Hussain bowling that last over, conceding 12 runs and giving away and taking 2 wickets. Let's look at the highlights of this innings. Syed Maqsood and Adnan Mufti, they started and just couldn't fire. The first wicket to fall was of Adnan. Syed Maqsood also trying to pull and got a few boundaries as well. Connection was not all that great. Some really good hitting at the top, but no partnership between the two fielders, the two batters, and that was always a concern for Rasasi. Z Games, the bowlers, they bowled well, they gave the flight, they got some turn. Glenn especially was absolutely wonderful. A direct hit, in fact 2 in this game, 2 run-outs affected by the fielders. That was a beautiful shot. That was the shot of the match for me, inside out, from Rahman Gul and Faizan Sheikh trying to accelerate, perished. Then came Nadir Hussain. That was another brilliant effort. A direct hit. Look at that release, so quick. And the batter was not even in the frame. That was a 6. That was another catch from Nadir Hussain, caught and bowled, very difficult. And that was the last ball, 6 from the bat of Abdul Malik. So with that 6, they moved on to 62. 63 is what Z Game strikers will need to win this game in 10 overs at 6.3. We'll bring that run chase to you in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the fan code DCC X10 Division 2, live from the Vision Cricket Centre in Sharjah. Match number 9 in progress, and Rasasi batting first. Well, they had a very disappointing show of it. Could only manage 62 runs in their allotted 10 overs. It was only Rahman Gul, 14 of 16, who really managed to do anything. It was an almighty struggle as the Z Game striker boys were all over the place. Take a look at those economy rates, absolutely fabulous. 2 for 12 for Nadir Hussain, and 1 wicket each for Glenn Fernandez, Mohammad Ismail and Mohammad Jawadullah. And you can include 2 direct hit run-outs in those as well. Commanding show from the boys of the strikers. But now, let's see what they can deliver with the bat. It's a small target of just 63. Furqan Khalil and Shahrukh Amin out there opening the regular pair. And opening the second innings with me in the comm box, it's going to be Mudassir Ali. Good evening, Mudassir.
A very good evening, Ahmed. And what a performance by the bowlers of Z Game strikers. They were brilliant. And talking about their fielding, I think it has been top class throughout the tournament. Catching and the ground fielding has been outstanding. So to chase the target of 63, Furqan Khalil and Shahrukh Amin are both the openers out in the middle, and it's Faisal Shinde who will be bowling the first over.
Outside edge, and there's nobody in the slip cordon. And has he kept it in? That looks mighty close to me. Well, we'll need to confirm with the third umpire. Has he kept it in? Got swing on that delivery. And has he stepped on the rope here? Touch and go. Oh yes, that it looks like a boundary to me. He's stepping on the rope there. Has that guilty look on his face, doesn't he? Well, let's take a look here. That left foot, I think, has that breached the boundary rope? It would be a very elementary mistake to make. Umpire Jibby Alex in consultation. And Mudassir, what are your thoughts about this boundary? Did he step on the rope, or has he kept it within the confines of the outfield?
Let us have a close look and a great camera work. I think he has saved. I think he has saved a couple of runs for his team. Faisal Amin to dismiss Shahrukh Amin.
Well, there you can see, mistimed his shot completely, and a despairing dive to his right, his weaker side, and he's grabbed onto it. Excellent commitment. And well, what an interesting start to this run chase. The captain gone for a golden duck. It's 1 for 1. New batter in is Lovepreet Singh Bajwa. Well, he was slightly struggling in the first match, but did finish off the game with a quick fire 24. But now he needs to play a steadying hand here, Mudassir Ali, guide this run chase.
One more talented young batsman in this lineup, Lovepreet Bajwa, 2 innings, 28, strike rate of 133.24. Best which he played in the previous innings. A slip comes into play.
Well, a 24 not out here would do very nicely indeed. Slip in place. Oh, and that one's gone across him. Beautifully bowled by Faisal Amin. Showing a lot of experience and quality.
Nicely bowled. Bit of movement. Using that new ball brilliantly, Faisal Amin. Watchful Lovepreet Bajwa.
Yeah, that slip is very deep. I don't think this pitch has that much pace. He needs to come up a couple of yards. Lovepreet practicing that pull shot. I don't think he's going to get a lot of short balls to play that shot. But he's a technically correct player. Very solid technique. Will have to work hard for these runs. Won't be easy. Oh, big full toss. And he should have put that away. Rahman Gul swooping in from extra cover.
It's a young versus experience battle going on between Z Game strikers and Rasasi. So far, he has been good, Faisal Amin.
Yeah, he's made up for his golden duck. Oh, Yorker length just dug out there. Looking to advance down the track. But Faisal Amin with a beautiful in-swinger. Almost got him on the foot.
With the age comes the experience. The Faisal Amin bowling those Yorkers and the swinging deliveries, troubling the batsman on regular basis. Yet to open his account, Lovepreet.
This time he goes aerial over wide-ish cover. That's a beautifully calculated hit for a boundary.
So it's 5 for 1 after the end of first over.
New bowler in is Fahad Tariq. Let's see what he can produce. I'm sure his elder brother is watching closely. Oh, big in swinger there. And chopped away behind fine leg. No chance for Faisal Amin. Streaky boundary for Furqan Khalil.
Furqan Khalil welcomes Fahad Tariq, but with a boundary. In swinging delivery.
Yeah, very unlucky there. That could have gone anywhere. And Faisal Amin didn't give up on it, but never had a chance. And of course, he's the younger brother of our co-commentator, Abdur Rahman Tariq. So let's see what he can produce. Nicely whipped away. There is nobody at deep square leg. Yes, there is. Just about got there in time. Kept it exciting.
Rahman Gul this time coming into play. A couple of more runs from the blade of Furqan Khalil. Slowly the runs are coming for Z Game strikers.
Yeah, they did all the hard work with the ball and in the field. Now just need to finish the job. 11 for 1. Furqan Khalil played a really nice knock in the first match against Schoolboys. He needs to capitalize on that good form. He knows how to bat on this pitch. There he goes. Belted in the air over mid-off. And it will just run away. Faizan Sheikh couldn't catch up to it. Another boundary in the over.
Gorgeous looking shot by Furqan Khalil. Clears the mid-off and clears the fence. Couple of bounces. Yet another boundary from the blade of Furqan Khalil in this over.
Big full toss clipped away behind square. There is protection at mid-wicket. So he will catch up to it. That's all you really need to do here, Mudassir. Put away the bad balls. Or anything in your half, in your zone.
The bad balls are getting dispatched by Furqan Khalil. Moves to 12. They're chasing the target of 63.
They still have a lot of quality in their bowling lineup with the likes of Abdul Hafiz Afridi and Abdul Malik. Rahman Gul as well can offer some spin options. Just tucked into mid-wicket for one. Oh, could have been close there. So you don't need to do anything fancy with the bat except bat the overs.
Lovepreet Bajwa very watchful and played towards a short mid-wicket. A quick single has been taken. I've seen him growing. Lovepreet Bajwa, a hard-working cricketer at this time, pulled over short mid-wicket, ball racing towards the fence, but once again, oh, what was this? Comedy of errors by the fielder coming from the deep. 2 runs taken by Furqan Khalil. Over number 2 comes to an end, 19 for 1.
So they haven't taken the optional batting power play here, Mudassir. Do you agree with that move? Or would you have been more aggressive?
I think they should have gone for that batting floating power play. They have got that score on board, almost going 10 per over. Another 10 to 15 runs in this over. They could have capitalized on that power play. Abdul Malik comes into attack to bowl the third over with the field spread out.
Experienced bowler, left arm seamer, can get that ball to swing away from the right-handers. Has 1 wicket to his name in the tournament already and very good economy rate. They could have thought about giving him the new ball, but they went for Fahad Tariq instead. So let's see what he can produce. Uppish drive. And if they had taken the power play, if that long off was in the ring at mid-off, well, that could have been a catch. Furqan Khalil 14 off 6. Just looking to play the steadying hand. Nothing fancy. Don't need to do anything extraordinary to win this game. Beautiful hands through the ball and straight to deep cover. Usman Munir with the safe hands. And that's a casually gifted wicket there from Furqan Khalil. And the Z Game strikers might be in for a bit of a wobble here. It only took Abdul Malik 2 deliveries to strike. Lazy shot. Didn't think about that deep cover fielder. And it went straight to him. He didn't have to move an inch. So another wicket down for Z Game strikers. Furqan Khalil departs for 14 off 7, 20 for 2. Akshay Rathod, the new batter in. Pretty decent strike rate. 168. Best of 28 not out in the tournament. They need somebody to take some responsibility here. They're just being their own worst enemy here, the strikers. For once the opening pair couldn't deliver. Chipped in the air. There's nobody at mid-wicket. Syed Maqsood with the shy at the stumps. So Akshay is underway quite safely. It wasn't quite timed. Hitting the pitch there, Abdul Malik is a tall bowler. And Syed Maqsood, well, he was right on the edge of the ring. If he was in a catching mid-wicket position, excuse me, that would have been right down his gullet. Turned around the corner. There is a deep fine leg in place. Faisal Amin, he's been busy. And I wonder if they could have thought about giving him another over. He bowled a beautiful first over. Wonderful cotton bowl to dismiss Shahrukh Amin. Mohammad Rashid, very experienced captain, very intelligent cricketer. He knows how to manage his resources. Going for that big drive. Wide Yorker there from Abdul Malik. And this match has become very interesting here, Mudassir Ali. The strikers perhaps feeling the heat, feeling the pressure.
Definitely, they have lost two informed batters. But the good news is Lovepreet Bajwa still out there. Akshay Rathore, the new man. Required run rate is not at all a problem for them.
Worked away to mid-wicket. Very good over from Abdul Malik. That required run rate is slowly but surely creeping up. 22 for 2. So, a slow start for Z Game strikers with the bat. Faisal Amin with that brilliant cotton bolt of Shahrukh. He was their key batter. And Furqan Khalil gifting his wicket, holing out to deep cover. Salik slated to come in next. He's supposed to be a big striker of the ball. And yes, Faisal Amin reintroduced. I like this move here from Rashid. You need to look to keep chipping away at those wickets. If they can get Lovepreet Singh Bajwa here, I think Z Games will be very worried. Solid drive down the ground. And they always have the option of Rehman Gul to give them some spin. You can see this pitch is starting to deteriorate heavily. A lot of rough out there. We've seen plenty of T10 cricket action on Mudassir, and eventually it will start to tell on the pitch as well.
Definitely, slowly it's becoming a Turner wicket. Spinners getting help from this wicket. Akshay Rathore on strike. Shinde comes in. Wild swing. No foot movement.
That ball just kept a touch low there. Variable bounce. Solid hit. That almost took out the umpire and raced away to the fence. Akshay Rathore with a statement shot.
Still alive, umpire Razik. Brilliant shot, and see that reflex. Great job.
Well, we've seen umpire Bruce Oxfenford wear that shield. He needs to get one of those. And Akshay, just a rush of blood there. You've got that boundary. But he was ready for the short ball. He knew it was coming. Just couldn't quite put it away. That was a solid punch. Let's take a look at that once again. Umpire Razik. Oh, that would have hit him flush on the right shoulder. Good reactions. Nicely done. Pulled away beautifully by Akshay. Behind square. Will be cleaned up by Usman Munir. That's all you really need. One boundary per over. And you're set. Required run rate still below runner ball. And as long as Lovepreet is out there with Akshay, I think they'll feel relatively relaxed, Mudassir.
Definitely, and Lovepreet needs to score runs for his team tonight.
Steps out, goes aerial and caught at long on. Well, that is disaster for the strikers. That shot was not needed. Once again, a casual dismissal for a striker's batter. Looking to clear that long on and straight down his throat. Abdul Malik takes a safe catch.
I really don't understand why he played that shot. Not at all needed at this hour. Walks back Lovepreet Bajwa after making just 8 runs. They got wicket number 3. 28 on board. 4 overs gone.
Nadir Hussain coming in at number 5, and I think that's a very good move here, Mudassir. Very experienced all-rounder, and he'll know how to manage the situation.
A brilliant all-rounder. An excellent fielder as well, Nadir Hussain. Akshay Rathore on strike.
Pulled away. That was once again keeping a touch low. Had to be careful. So it's been a very tight contest. Both sides excellent in the field and with the ball. Need to show some quality with the bat here. This man has plenty of it. Plays cricket wherever you call him in the UAE. He just loves to play. Any role you give him, he'll be up for it.
Wherever and at any time you can call him, he'll be ready for your team. A brilliant ball. Just defended by Nadir Hussain.
Indoor, outdoor, overseas, underseas, any kind of cricket there is in the world, Nadir Hussain must have played it. He must be a champion in book cricket as well.
Recently, he has been with the Indo World Cup team, travelled to Australia. Team needed Nadir Hussain to score some runs.
Down the leg side. Will be given as a wide. But imagine if he had just gloved it there, that would have been disaster for the strikers. It wasn't that far away. Well, it was actually very far away. Adnan Khan, well, he heard something there. And Abdul Hafiz Afridi at mid-off. He's also a very good fast bowling all-rounder. Batting all-rounder, I would say. They're looking to bowl very straight to Nadir. They don't want to offer him any width outside off. Must have a game plan in mind.
It came down to run a ball for Z Game strikers. Akshay Rathore batting on 7 and into his second over gave away just 5 runs and got that big wicket of Furqan Khalil. Abdul Malik. They need a couple of more wickets.
Yeah, they're just chipping away quietly, building that run rate pressure. Down the leg side, well, extras. That's going to be a problem for Rasasi. Oh, that's given off the pad. Well, Akshay doesn't like it at all. He's quite disappointed. Yeah, just kissed, I think, the Velcro straps of his pad. That's why he didn't realize. Good call there from GB Alex. Eagle-eyed GB Alex. Tucked into square leg for 1. But it's been another very good over here, Mudassir.
Smart and sensible batting by Akshay Rathore. They knows he's bowling his final over of this innings. Beg your pardon, of his spell. Abdul Malik. They can target the other bowlers. Faisal has completed his 2 overs. Abdul Malik into his second over. Nadir on strike, yet to open his account. Faced 2 deliveries.
Just patient as always is Nadir Hussain. Coming around the wicket to him. Oh, struck on the midriff there. He's been knocked down. Just lost his breath perhaps. Hopefully he'll be alright.
I would say that no bone broken, but he'll feel the pain.
Well, a very interesting passage of play. 32 for 3. Let's take a look at the replay. Just some extra bounce and yeah, that hit him where it hurts. Well, 32 for 3 at the halfway stage. We'll have a change in the comm box. We'll hand it over to Qais Farooq and Shoaib Ahmed to take you through.
So the captain, Mohammad Rashid, has brought himself on to bowl the 6th over of the game. First ball, short and down the leg side, pulled by Akshay Rathore. Will only be a single.
Well, all credit to the Rasasi bowling and fielding side for keeping the game alive still. It's a run a ball, yes. But I still feel it's anybody's game if a couple of wickets were to fall down. And one thing's for sure, Rasasi will not go down without a fight, as Nadir plays that towards the deep extra cover fielder for a single.
Nadir is the man. I think Nadir is the wicket that Rasasi will need to take as soon as possible. Because if he stays there till the end, it's almost certain that they'll get home. So that is what will have to be taken. That is what is had to be accounted for. That wicket of Nadir Hussain. That's the most important wicket right now for Rasasi.
And he skied that. And he's taken it. Has he taken it? Yes, he has. Faizan Sheikh, the ball was swirling in the air. And Mohammad Rashid, the captain, has brought himself on. The wily off spinner has enticed Akshay Rathore to sky one in the air. And Faizan has taken a very good catch. He would have had Hafiz Afridi right at the corner of his eye, charging towards the ball, and he's done really well. As Akshay Rathore walks back to the dugout, and Rasasi and Z Games have lost their 4th wicket now. .4 overs, 34 for 4. As Faisal Altaf has joined Nadir Hussain in the middle. And the first ball, Mohammad Rashid. Well, he's bowling a very important spell here for Rasasi. 4 deliveries, in fact 5 now. 2 runs and a wicket. We haven't seen him bowl as far as I remember, but he's bowling a very crucial over. and we see a lot of confusion and in between the batsmen. They're not being able to get that single as the sixth over comes to a close. Z Game Strikers 34 for 4, 29 required off 24 balls.
Afridi introduced into the attack. Slow delivery, starts off with the slow delivery. That's a good ball. A taste of his own medicine for Nadir.
That's the third consecutive dot ball. And we can see a little bit of pressure mounting. 29 required of 23 balls now. And a lot depends on that man on your screen, Nadir Hussain. He's going to have to take the team home. Oh, he's edged it. And a misfield from Fahad Tariq Butt. And that's going to trickle over the ropes for a welcome boundary for Z Game Strikers. Rashid will not be happy with that.
Well, on off day for Fahad Tariq Butt. That should have been stopped. Got his hands onto it. But the ball still crossing the ropes. An important 4 runs at an important time in the game for Z Games Strikers. They need 25 now in 22 deliveries.
Well, if I were Rashid, I'd be screaming in my bowler's ears to bowl those slower deliveries like the one that he just bowled. And Nadir might be able to pinch a couple of that. A very, very well run. Nadir is a quick runner between the wickets.
That's a good run. That's a very good run. And also smart batting from Nadir. He played it in the gap. That could have been close. Faisal Altaf did not expect the throw to come at his end. 23 more needed of 21 deliveries. 40 for 4. A low scoring thriller here at the Visions Cricket Centre.
And easily played down towards the long off fielder for another single as Nadir gets off strike. Oh, and they've run through for another one. That is very, very poor from Abdul Hafiz. His team cannot afford these extra runs at this stage, and that was a lackluster and a casual performance.
Yes, they don't have enough runs on the board, and when you don't have enough runs, you need to cover that up with some great fielding, but that hasn't been the case for Rasasi. Beautiful hit. That will go the distance. Nadir Hussain has hit one over extra cover for half a dozen.
An outswinger bowled and Nadir was down on that one knee and he hit it with a lot of power and brilliantly timed over the extra cover region for a maximum. That's going to calm some nerves in the Z Games dugout. 15 required of 19 now.
Just flicked towards mid-wicket. Easy run This is smart batting. This is experience for you. Nadir Hussain, he knows he's got the runs. And now it's important that he stays there. I'm sure he will want to finish the game off for his side, Z Games, and win this game. 14 needed of 18. Seven overs, 49 for 4. High up in the air and taken. Nadir Hussain, what have you done? Well, absolutely unnecessary shot there from Nadir Hussain. And just at the right time, Rasasi have got an important wicket, the back of Nadir Hussain.
Well, that was a very, very poor execution of shot. I mean, you're chasing less than a run a ball. There was no need to do that. And every time Z Games come out of the hole, they dig one deeper for themselves. As we see Nadir Hussain walking back to the dugout.
(16 of 11 for Nadir. It's 49 for 5. Mohammad Rashid, the captain. Getting the wicket on the very first ball of Nadir Hussain. A gentle push towards short covers. They've got time on their hands. They've got enough deliveries to get those 14 runs. Catch it is the call. It's gone over extra cover. Will only be a single.
Landed in no man's land there. Mohammad Rashid has bowled really well. 3 runs conceded of the 9 balls he's bowled. 13 of 15 required now. And Z Game strikers don't want to take this very casually. They'd ideally like to finish off the game before we get into that last over.
Another single. Happy to take singles. Faisal Altaf and Muhammad Ismail. But we know for a fact that one of them will go for a big hit in the remaining 2 deliveries. And this is an opportunity for Mohammad Rashid to strike for the 3rd time in his spell.
Still bowling with a fairly standard defensive field with 4 inside the circle. And Ismail has just flicked that towards the mid-wicket region and he's run through for another single. Would you bring an additional fielder in right now if you were Rashid?
No, I wouldn't. At least not till, because right now if they get one edge boundary, the game is over. So he'll want to take it deep, take it till the last over, 6, 7, 8 runs, whatever is possible, and then maybe try and experiment with the field. I think right now the pressure is on the batters as he plays it up in the air and takes a catch. So yes, well done Mohammad Rashid. You've kept the fielders in the right place and you've got another wicket.
Well, Z Game strikers are just digging a deep hole for themselves as Faisal Altaf walks back to the dugout. He flighted that delivery, enticed him to go over that mid-wicket region, did not connect. And another simple catch taken.
Yes, that's right. And as we predicted in those 2 deliveries, one of them was going to go for an aerial shot. 8 overs, 52 for 6. 2 overs to go. It's the floating power play. 3 fielders are only allowed outside the 30-yard. As in comes Rahman, goal first ball, full swing from the bat of Mohammad Ismail, a miss and a dot ball.
Well, him putting on that helmet to a spinner tells me that he's going to be targeting that slog sweep.
Another good delivery. Swing and a miss. 2 dot balls back to back.
They're losing the plot over here. 11 required of 10 balls. Should just try and play normal cricketing shots. He's just trying to heave that towards that long on area.
Oh, direct hit! A direct hit just when it was needed. Afridi gets it right on the money. A bullseye and another wicket falls. Mohammad Ismail, well, not even doing his basics, not even dragging the bat, just running blindly. And look at that, good pickup, 2 hands, fumble, but a direct hit on the stumps. Wow.
A very good decision by the umpire as well. Hafiz got a really awkward bounce. He did well to collect that ball, and with a single aim, he's just knocked the stumps out. Ismail has committed a suicidal run out. He's walking back to the dugout. After playing 3 dot balls, as my colleague Shoaib says. That was a very, very poor display of running between the wickets from Ismail. And it Z Games are it appears that they've pressed a self-destruct button over here.
That's the run out again. Always ball watching. That's not what you do when you play it straight to the fielder. You put your head down and run for your life.
I felt he thought the ball was going to go towards the wicketkeeper, which is why he was casually jogging, but that's no excuse. Oh, as that takes an inside edge, nearly knocked it on to the stumps. A lucky escape from Glenn Fernandez, and he gets a single for that. 10 required of 8 deliveries.
That was a good ball, sharp turn. The ball between the legs after taking that edge goes towards the fine leg. Glenn Fernandez and Salik Anis Ahmed. Another flighted ball will entice Salik to go for a big hit. Oh, that's good connection of the bat from Salik. That has gone through the Salik gates of Dubai, and that is an all-important 6. What a time to hit that one. Not a bad ball from Rahman, but Salik, it was in his zone, and he just went for it.
Well, he looked like he was always going to target that mid-wicket area. He was ready for it. He launched into it and has hit it over the ropes. A flat 6. That makes the equation a lot better for Z Game strikers. They require 4 of 7 deliveries now.
That's gone high up in the air. And that is a clean hit over the side screen. Winning runs, back-to-back 6s. An anti-climax in the end from the hero of Z Game strikers, Salik. What a shot under pressure. Celebration time for Z Games. A hard-fought game by Rasasi.
We'll talk about taking no pressure. It literally took that man 2 balls to finish off a game. that the other batsmen were struggling to take through the line. And a fantastic display of power hitting from Salik. Z Game strikers have won the game with an over to spare. Furkan Khalil seems to be shocked and surprised with Salik's hitting ability as we see hugs all around. He's dug them out of a hole as Z Games win by 3 wickets. A good fight from Rasasi. They took it right to the end but never had enough runs on the board to be able to defend. A good bowling and fielding performance nonetheless.
So handshakes all around as one side will be very happy that they crossed the line while the other will be happy that they put on a show. So cricket wins at the end of the day. A low scoring thriller is something that we all cherish. Z Games strikers 14, Furkan, Shahrukh out for a duck, Lovepreet scoring 8, Nadir scoring 16, and until Nadir was out there in the middle, we always thought that Z Game strikers were comfortably placed. But then we saw another cluster of wickets falling back to back to back. Nadir, Faisal and Ismail falling cheaply. Glenn was out there in the middle, but that last 2 shots from Salik sealed the deal for Z Games strikers. Bowling, well, Rasasi, 6 bowlers used. The pick of the bowlers was Mohammad Rashid, the skipper, himself bowling 2 overs, conceding only 5 runs and taking 3 important wickets at the fag end of the innings. 2 wickets for Faisal Amin and a wicket for Abdul Malik. Just at the clock of the 9th over is when Z Games got to that score and got it comfortably in the end. We can say it comfortably because of those 2 big hits right at the end, back to back from the bat of Salik. That's the highlights of the second innings. A simple catch, first ball up to Faizan, and then there were a few hits all around the park from the bat of the batters of Z Games. Yes, that wicket was definitely a good wicket of Furkan Khalil, and the wickets then just kept falling. That was a very good catch under pressure. Some under edges, some poor fielding from the fielders of Rasasi made sure that they were in the game just there. That was a poor shot from Nadir. That was his wicket, and that's when the table turned and the game shifted momentum in the favor of Rasasi. Another wicket for Mohammad Rashid at mid-wicket. It was Faisal Altaf. This was the run out of Ismail, who was running, ball watching, and a direct hit from Afridi. 2 sixes, six number 1 towards mid-wicket, and then came the winning shot straight down the ground. Huge hit, and that were 2 points for Z Games. So that's the match summary. Rasasi, after 10 overs, scored 62, which was less than par, but they definitely gave a fight. Rahman Gul scoring 14 of 16. Syed Maqsood scoring 10 of 10. Nadir was the pick of the bowlers. Gave away 12 runs in his 2 overs and took 2 important wickets. 1 wicket for Mohammad and another wicket for Jawad as well. While in reply, Z Games strikers just couldn't strike the cricket ball, and there were a cluster of wickets finally inching close to that run chase. Managed to get over the line by 3 wickets. Nadir Hussain was the pick of the batter and the bowler for Z Game striker, scoring 16 of 11. Furkan scoring 14, and Salik with those 2 sixes got 12 runs in 2 deliveries. Pick of the bowlers, of course, was Mohammad Rashid, the captain, taking 3 wickets in his 2 overs. Z Games strikers won by 3 wickets, and it's now time for us to witness the post-match presentation, where we've got Mudassir Ali with the player of the match.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation of game number 9 played between Z Games and Rasasi. What a match we have witnessed tonight. Invited to bat first by Z Games, Rasasi collapsed tonight, just scoring 62 runs in their allotted 10 overs. And when it came down to the chase, they were in big trouble. The Z Games strikers, they lost 7 wickets, but it was Salik and his brilliant 2 maximum helping them to cross the target. But today's man of the match is none other than the most talented and young Nadir Hussain. And to present the award, I have with me Mr. Khais Farooq. My request Nadir to please come forward and collect the award. आपके लिए एक चीज़ ज़रूर मैं कहना चाहूँगा, एक शेर है आपके लिए, याद करके आया हूँ कि ना थके हैं पाँव ना हिम्मत हारी है, मैंने देखे हैं कई दौर आज भी सफ़र जारी है। माशाल्लाह से इतने साल से देख रहा हूँ, लेकिन परफॉर्मेंस वाइज आज भी उसी तरीके की परफॉर्मेंस।
जी जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, सबसे अल्लाह का शुक्र अदा करते हैं और मेहनत करते हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। और एफर्ट ये है कि लोग सपोर्ट भी बहुत करते हैं हमें क्रिकेट वगैरह में, सब चीज़ में अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। तो खुशी होती है और दिल करता है और खेलूँ। अब जब तक है हिम्मत तो खेलते रहेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
और खेलने के चक्कर में आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी पहुँच गए थे।
जी जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अभी रिसेंटली इंडोर वर्ल्ड कप खेल के आए यूएई के लिए, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत बड़ी एजाज़ है मेरे लिए। और बहुत लोगों ने सपोर्ट किया, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उनका शुक्र अदा करते हैं जिन्होंने सपोर्ट किया मुझे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह।
नादिर, ख़ास तौर से मैं देख रहा हूँ कि जो लड़के आपके साथ शुरुआत किए थे आज से 10 साल या 8 साल पहले, आजकल फ्रेम में नहीं, लेकिन आप आज भी उसी प्रकार से मतलब काफ़ी फिट है। तो क्या कुछ फिटनेस के लिए कुछ खास करते हैं आप, या कैसा टाइम निकालते हैं आप?
जी जी बस फिट करता तो कुछ भी नहीं हूँ, जॉब भी करता हूँ अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, लेकिन क्या कि पैशन है, शौक़ है, क्रिकेट खेलनी है, चाहे थके हुए हैं कुछ भी है, बीमार हैं, फिर भी क्रिकेट खेलते रहते हैं। तो ये शौक़ है, तो खेलते रहेंगे इंशाल्लाह जब तक है जान।
और थोड़े से डिसअपॉइंटेड रहे क्योंकि आप वो आपका ख़ास तौर से फेवरेट शॉट है रिवर्स, लेकिन उस पर आज आप आउट हो गए।
जी जी बस मेरे से गलती हो गई है क्योंकि फील्ड उस तरफ नहीं थी, तो मैंने कहा रिवर्स स्वीप ट्राई, लेकिन मैं अर्ली ट्राई करना शुरू किया तो बॉलर समझ गए थे, तो बस मुझसे मिस्टेक हो गई। तो इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट टाइम ट्राई करेंगे अच्छा करने के लिए।
और मैं दुआ करता हूँ कि आप इसी तरीके से खेलते रहे और आपका जो जुनून है वो कभी ख़त्म ना हो। ऑल द बेस्ट आपके फ्यूचर मैचेस के लिए।
थैंक यू। और ये मैंने मैच में अपने जो फास्ट बॉलर जवादुल्लाह को डेडिकेट करता हूँ।
प्लीज़ आप बुला सकते हैं अगर चाहें तो।
सालिक भाई जवादुल्लाह
प्लीज़ जवाद को अगर आप बुला सकते हैं तो। फैसल जल्दी आ जाओ, बोलो टाइम नहीं है। मैंने बात नहीं करना है। Nice gesture by Nadir Hussain, giving away his Player of the Match award to Jawad. काफ़ी शर्माते हुए, और नहीं आप जा सकते हैं। अच्छा, आप बात करना चाहें? अच्छा चलिए, एक छोटा सा सवाल, कैसा फील कर रहे हैं आप?
मैं क्या बोलूं साले,
और का ना
सर बात अभी तक नहीं ठीक है।
चले, काफ़ी शर्मीले थे यहाँ पे जवाद, बट दैट्स ऑल वी हैव फ्रॉम द प्रेजेंटेशन एंड इट वाज ए ब्रिलियंट मैच प्लेड बिटवीन बोथ द टीम्स। एंड बैक टू कॉम्बॉक्स टू माय फ्रेंड शोएब अहमद।
Thank you, Mudassir. Well, great gesture there from Nadir, dedicating and sharing that player of the match. Right now, let's quickly look at the 3 games that we witnessed here on the 9th of November. The first game was Schoolboys taking on Z Games. That was match number 7. Z Games Strikers won that game by 9 wickets. G-Force, of course, creating that upset against the Expendables, won the game by 5 wickets. And again, the third game of the night was for Z Games, who managed to bowl well and in the end chased that low score and by 3 wickets winning the game. So they've been unbeaten tonight, Z Games, and that's it from us here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast that we brought to you. Tomorrow we'll be heading back to Division 1 and we look forward to your company as always. On behalf of all of us here at the Vision Cricket Centre, it's good night and God bless.